just have to remind yourself sometimes. My job's to be faithful and obedient, work hard trying to write these songs. It's not my job to try and get them some momentum or wonder if they will have some, or I think it's really key actually, because you can there's this alluring thing, especially if you've tasted a little bit of that momentum, is you start thinking about significance instead of obedience, and that's a dead end street. That's not a good thing to go down, because actually if you be obedient, that'll usually turn into something significant anyway. I mean, I love that the most obedient act in all of history, Christ on the cross, is also the most significant act in all of history. Yeah. I think that, especially when you get before people, you get on a stage or songs start traveling around, some of those little enticements come. It's a big thing between entrustment and enticement. You've got this entrustment, it's this call on your life, this gift that God's asked you to carry. You don't own it doesn't belong to you, but you're carrying it, and you've got to carry it well. And then there's the enticements of people trying to grab a bit of glory for themselves, or people getting a little bit distracted. I don't know, I've met so many people trying to build a career out of this worship songwriting or this thing, and I think even people have a real great gift, but I think just be careful, because you let God build what he wants to build, and you just take that day by day faithful step. It's the whole King David thing. I mean, he had this call on his life to be king, had it spoken over him, but I like that he didn't try and manipulate it into happening. He was moved into the palace. He could have been thinking, he'd beaten Goliath in this big battle. He could have been thinking, right, it's my time to be king now, I'm in the palace. But no, it wasn't God's time, and he was then hunted down for his life for 7 years, I think, living in caves. And then, even when King Saul dies, David inquires of the Lord, what shall I do now? And he says, go and be king just over one tribe for a while. And so before the full fulfillment of the whole prophecy over his life, there was a load of twists and turns, and must have been some crazy, confusing moments. But I like that he didn't try to force it, he didn't try to manipulate it, he didn't try to make it happen. The truth is, the doors that God opens, no one can close. The doors he closes, no one can open. And it's all about just putting your head down, being faithful in the small things, and just letting him build it.